In the previous lesson, we saw we can model using surfaces and using solids and various tools to project and slice or trim or cuts or bevel or insert in general details like ribs. And so we experimented with the creation tools here in the solids and in the modify, but also we went also in this workspace here called surface, and we saw the difference between surfaces and solids. So we're gonna expand on this also in this lesson, and we're gonna go now back to the create form. So this one here to create shapes in a soft polymodeling way. We can see some additional tools about this, and also the mesh. So mesh is essentially the format that you want to export when you want to print in 3D, or in general when you don't want to use like other types of modeling or other types of objects. So here we have surfaces and solids, which are considered to be BREP or boundary representation elements. So meaning that our surfaces limited by boundaries. And also, if you use the create form, we're going to use T-Splines, which is another type of solid. So in the end, when you finish your work and you want to print it somehow, usually you need to convert it into a mesh. So let's start here with a new scene, and let's start from the beginning. So let's create a new form. Now, when you create a new form, you have options here to create a surface, an open surface or poly surface, and also closed shapes like the cylinder or the sphere and so on. So let's start with the first two. So when I create a box, and usually you always need to work in the origins, but right now I'm going to create more than one object, so I don't care about that, but it's always handy to work near the origin. So I'm going to create here just a box, and this is going to appear nice and smooth as soon as you create it. And you can then increase and decrease the number of subdivision. We already saw this before. So let's just hit OK, and let's now create a plane. Again, I'm going to use the same work plane. I'm going to put that right there. Also here you can increase the number of subdivisions or edges, but usually you want to keep that low at the beginning so you can handle better the shape. And let's hit OK again. So these two are now two different shapes that we created, and we can go here in the display mode. And if you go, you can see here we're talking about T-spline entity in this case when you work with the form. And with this visualization here, well, let's select the body. So let's expand here the bodies. Now they're represented in this with a similar icon, but one is closed and the other is open. And if I hit again display mode, now this is, let's say, the object without the effect of the smoothing. This one here shows you both, shows you the original object and the smoothed object. And this one only shows the smoothed object. But this is just an effect, as you can tell. If you hit here, this is the actual shape of the object. Now, to make this effective and also to make this printable, we need to do an extra step. We need to, again, go here in the utilities and go to convert, and you can select more than one or more than one entities, and then the type of conversion. So you can see here we will convert T-splines to BREP or boundary representation, which is the main solid here in Fusion. Or we can go the other way. We can take a BREP and convert it into a T-spline, or we can take a mesh and convert it into a T-spline. So let's just, and also here, if you want, you can keep some edges. And here you can maintain the symmetry if you want and flip the normals, so other operation. So let's hit OK, and now let's go back in the browser. And now we can see that this one is a closed solid, ready to be printed. And this one here is that is a surface. So you can see how we can go like back and forth here in these various types of modeling. So if I create a new shape, I can then reconvert this into, well, from BREP to T-splines again, and you have some options as well. Now, once you convert a T-Splines into B-Rep, you can use the solids here that you have and the solid tools. So you can do booleans, you can do holes, and everything we have seen so far. And also you can split. And I'm gonna show you also the silhouette split, which is another way you can split. And here you need to select a direction for the split and a type of operation. In this case, we're gonna go with, well, we can choose the split face only, so you can split the face, but not the object itself, like we've seen similarly with the split face here and the split body. And then we have the split solid body. So if you split with this, you will actually divide the object and slice it like this. So if you move, you can see both of the parts. And again, I want to take this and move it. Okay. So we also talk about thickness in the other video. So if you have an open polysurface, you can use thickness. So to get an open polysurface from this, for example, we get to explode this. So we can go to surface and we can unstitch. So if you say okay, you can get a lot of stitch surfaces right now. And I can now trim or delete using the delete tools, or just delete in this case because we have already unstitched. So if I stitch all this back again together, okay, so here I can use the thickness or the thicken to create an actual shell and make this an actual solid. So I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Okay. And also you can round the part. Well, this in this case is already like a little bit rounded, so it doesn't do anything. And instead, if you have a solid, we can use here in the solid tool the shell. So these are two ways that you can create like hollow bodies, and you need to select here a face in order to shell. So I will select that one and just gonna type here 0.3. I'm gonna create another box real quick. I'm gonna put it right here. And we can also shell. And if we have a straight corners and we put around the shell, it's going to put some roundness in our shell. So let me put here like 0.5. And here we put outside to have the roundness. So here it works because this is a straight and it converts the corners into rounded corners. And now let's apply again the silhouette split. So now that we have this type of object, we can do a split shelled. So direction, choose a direction, and then target body. Say okay. So you can see that it's splitting where that plane is. Actually, I created an offset plane for this, but you get the idea. So it's basically splitting like in an average part of the direction that you choose. And now